So, the biggest thing I forgot to mention is the red flags that you need to look for when you're dealing with a person who's 15 years or younger when you're dating. And the biggest red flags are social media. If they have to post all the time, but it's to create a false narrative of what their life is like, meaning that social media dictates their life, so they see all the glitz and glamour, and then when you go out with them, they're filming your food, they're filming the venue you've taken them to, and they're posting all these things to these followers, or most of the time it's haters, right? These younger women have this competition between them of who is going to get the better man. And if they lived a really difficult life in the beginning before you came into their lives, social media is their outlet to say, look what I'm doing now. Look how I used to be, how you guys look down on me, how y'all treated me, and now I found a man that cherishes me, believes in me, and gives me anything that I want. So even when things aren't that good, they will post the best things that you've done in their life. So, examples, you move to a really nice complex, or you're just looking at a nice complex. They'll take videos of that. And if you live in different states, per se, people who haven't traveled out of certain states do not understand what property looks like. If you're from like a hood, or you're from a low income suburban area, when they take trips to some of these areas, these apartments, these houses, the places you visit are like nothing you've ever seen in the states you may have come from. And this is somebody who's lived in New York, New Jersey, now in Houston. The difference in the quality of apartments and the quality of houses that you get when you move to these bigger states, I would say, or states that have more landscape. It's not congested. This is where a lot of that glitz and glamour that people from California, in those neighborhoods where it's very low income, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, you name it, even areas of Miami, they will post this stuff and give this false narrative that they're living a wonderful life, it's beautiful, but it really is just a facade. It's just to shut down the haters or the people who didn't believe in them, that they would do better because they've always seen them at their worst, that look at me now. And these younger women will play on that. So that's a huge red flag to watch. They'll never post they're sleeping on an air mattress before you met them, or you may have broken up for a couple months and they've moved out and they're sleeping in horrible conditions. Their social media will always show how great they're doing. Or they just won't post for a while. So this is how you know they're doing bad. When they don't post for a while, months go by and you barely see any posts, they're doing bad. But soon as they get a man in their life that seems to lift them back up, put them in a good area, put them in a brand new house, whatever it is that this man has accumulated, that is his hard work. And now the woman just kind of walks into his life, and with just her clothes on her back, she will start posting everything. the apartment, the house, the cars, whatever it is that he has earned and worked hard for, she will post that and put it on social media and to demonstrate that her life is now better and that the man she chose is better than any of the women that have torn her down, stabbed her in the back, told her she wouldn't amount to anything. She's now projecting off of this man that she's found accomplishments and putting that on the internet. And it is just a cycle that will repeat itself because these women don't learn. Like dealing with a man who is 50 plus and has set himself up financially. We're not going to be on social media posting every little thing that we do. That's just not where we're at. Of course, we didn't grow up with social media like that. We see the benefits of it, but these younger women will post everything, the outfits. I could say that is probably the worst part of dating somebody young. And if you don't control that when you guys are not seeing eye to eye or getting an argument, then the ugly side comes out. And they may post, depending, they may post some memes and things aren't going too well. But the majority of the time, because they don't want their followers that have hated on them for a while, to see that they're down, they're always going to post the best things that that man does, even when it's bad. But it's all about living off another man's hard work, and a lot of these young women do this. And it's not, is it a bad thing? Yes and no. It's a bad thing where when they're young, they're not helping bring anything to the table. It really depends on their mentality. But they are not really helping you continue the success that you've had before they entered your life. They are just showing off your accomplishments that benefit them. That is probably the one thing I didn't explain in my previous video that you need to watch out for. That is the downside of it. And when you finally break away from that person, you start to see it, those red flags, like if you want to call them red flags, great adventure, whatever the heck it is. In the beginning, there are still red flags when you see them, but when you're first falling in love, those red flags look like Six Flags and Great Adventure, and you're trying to go on all the rides, and it's a great ride until it's time for the park to close, and you realize, man, this person really was just using you to benefit themselves and make themselves look good, to gain followers, clout. Mainly what this generation is about clout. So think about that when you date younger. If they're into social media heavy, it is all about clout, and they will step on all of your achievements and post them to brag as if they helped you accomplish it. But they did nothing but be cute and give you sex and access. Maybe if they can cook and took care of you on that aspect, but a lot of it is just what can you do for them. And it is such a slap in the face when you realize it really was about them and never about us. You did everything as an us thing. They did everything as what can I get out of it to make me feel better, feel good.